How's it? Lekker, lekker. So we're here at the Shit Hot Fest and the buzz is on. The South Africans are entering. The vendors, the chili sauce vendors are getting themselves set up. Rinda's got their braais going. The Lekker store has their milk tarts getting piped out into fresh pastries with some Cook Sisters and peppermint crisp tarts and some flaky chocolates. The Yussus stand is ready to talk to all these delicious people. And I'm ready to just get some South African schmack going on. So, lekker, let's get going. How's it, Jess?
How's it?
Where are we?
We are at the Shit Hot Fest.
That's what?
Yes, it's good.
That's what?
Yes, it's good. Your display looks good.
Yeah, thank you. So does yours. I love it. I actually like the combination of the two.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Daddy would be proud. And mommy in the background. Mommy in the background.
Very light. She doesn't have to put her lips on the
No.
mic.
She's learned, girl, from an age where there was no technology. You had to shout.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's working. Thank you so much.
Right.
Cook sister, cook sister, cook sister.
That's what?
How's it, Ma?
Can't complain.
Why? Because you're on a Mai Tai. Mai Tai, your Tai.
Now let's cover stuff. I don't know how you drink.
You have to speak to the mic, Ma.
I said I don't know how you drink in there.
Louder.
Maybe I shut up.
Come on, Ma.
How much louder must I speak, for God's sake?
You have to literally let your lips caress the
Yeah,
sponge.
well, they are caressing. They're touching.
That's what?
No pressure. Luckily, no one can hear what we're saying, really.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. Can I ask you just to come a little closer? Because then once you're at the mic. Yes, this is better. Feel good?
Yes.
So what's your name? Inga?
I'm Inga, yes.
Inga, nice to meet you. I'm Janine.
Lovely to meet you too.
Lekker. So you're here at the Shit Hot Fest?
Yes.
You heard about it from Kelly?
Yes, I think actually another friend, Lauren, mentioned it. And I was like, I'm in, buy tickets.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Any opportunity to connect with South Africans.
Exactly. And have some boerewors rolls, I mean.
Lekker, man. Lekker. So we're not doing full podcast today. We're just chatting to everybody to see how you feel about the vibe.
That's awesome.
You enjoying?
Yes.
Having a good time?
Lovely.
But if you're interested, we'd like to take you on and meet you at the Lekker store and do like a full podcast where we chat to you about like what you from South Africa, why you left, where you from. Where you from?
I'm from Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. Jozi, Gangster Paradise, eh?
It's Fourways. I'm a Fourways girl. I have a lot of friends from the east. I'm from Fourways.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. I enjoyed Fourways, but I was on East Rand all the time.
Yeah.
It had a lot of friends though, so we would always travel out on the N3.
Yeah, that's
Concrete Highway.
But they had to stamp the passport, right?
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Pay the toll.
Yeah, exactly.
And what school did you go to?
I'm Afrikaans en Amper Hoërskool.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Lekker.
Yeah.
So you praat dit al, huh?
Yeah.
I'm so confused with the Afrikaans and the Dutch nowadays. And in English.
It's so true. So, sometimes I speak just Afrikaans to my parents, and then they're like, "That's a Dutch word. That doesn't make sense." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, my bad. I don't know what's Dutch and
Forgot
Afrikaans
about
anymore."
it.
Yeah,
It's at
exactly.
the boom and the oogies and the people look at me like, what? Oogies? Yeah. Magi's vol oogies too. Lekker, man. So how many kids do you have? Three.
Yeah, I do.
When did you move here?
2011. So I've been here for a long time. Yeah.
Lekker, man.
Yes.
Lekker. It's a long time. I was here from 2016.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And do you still go back and visit?
Every year.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
love
You still
South
got family
Africa.
there?
Yes.
Wow,
yeah.
lekker, man.
Actually, my husband's, the whole families are there, so it's really nice.
Yeah. When do you normally go? In the summer holidays?
No, because then it's winter there.
Yeah.
So that's why. So the last 2 years, December, and sometimes Feb, March. Yeah. So it just
Nice.
depends with the school holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a short holiday in the December for the kids, hey? Wish it could be longer.
I know.
Because then you could spend more time in
That's
South
it,
Africa for
yeah.
summer.
That's it. This year, at least, we've taken 3 weeks. We actually had to get permission from their school and everything, but they granted it, so we're going
Oh,
for 3
nice.
weeks.
That's
nice,
amazing.
yeah.
I'm glad they do that because it also gives you opportunity to enjoy some good weather
That's it.
while
And
it's
a
kak
family
here.
time, and it's 2 weeks of social. So,
Yeah, no, lekker.
Yeah.
And where are you living?
The Hague.
The Hague. Oh, my brother
Yes.
loves The Hague. He was there working for a long time. grandfather comes from Den Haag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from the
okay.
Second World War times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So he took us to go see his house where he lived.
Oh,
It was
that's
so
so
awesome to see.
nice.
But it's a lot bigger than Utrecht.
Yes.
In
I
terms
think
of-
yes, definitely. And the Hague's quite big. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
even
big,
like city centre in Utrecht, you got Binnenstad, and then it's just kind of small.
Yeah.
But in Den Haag, you need a bicycle, get
Yeah,
one point to the
exactly.
next.
And then you also have the beach areas, which is really nice.
Yeah,
they-
Scheveningen. Scheveningen.
Scheveningen. Say that twice. Well, 3 times very quickly.
You do it.
Scheveningen.
Seashells on the seashore.
That's it.
Thank you so much for having the courage. You're the first one that
Absolutely.
popped
Oh,
up
yeah?
here.
Oh,
A lot of people are
absolutely.
walking past thinking, what is she selling?
What is she doing?
What is she selling?
Oh,
2
that's
microphones?
awesome. I mean, talking to another South African, come on.
Yeah,
I can do this for days.
lekker, hey.
Awesome.
And especially knowing Kelly. Yeah, she connects us all. Crazy
Exactly,
Kelly.
Crazy Kelly.
She's too shy to do it today. She's like, no, I need to be
And
prepared.
she is not the shy person. Let me tell you, I don't know what's happening there. Like, this is usually the other
I
way
think she's
around,
using
so
you as a buffer,
I
you know,
think
like
so
you
too.
guinea pig it for me and then I'll get on you in an hour.
That's it. Give her one more drink and she's here. I was lovely
Awesome.
talking
Thank
to
you. Thank you so
Absolute
much. Have a
pleasure.
good day and then let me know if you want to do a pod.
Perfect. Okay.
Lekker.
Bye.
Thanks, Inga.
Pleasure.
Take
Bye.
care. Enjoy the festival. Bye. So lekker. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly.
That's sports.
And then Kelly will go after me.
No, that's lekker. She's very nervous, but she's getting everybody to do it.
But she can do it.
I know she can.
You can do it.
Do you want to stick these on?
Yes. Are you South African?
I am South African,
Okay.
born and bred in Johannesburg.
Oh, you're so much loud on me.
I know, because I'm right by the microphone, so
Okay.
let me just, yeah. And now we're on the earphones so you can hear it better. So what's your name?
Tasman.
Tasman. You from South Africa?
South Africa.
Where were you born?
In Johannesburg.
Oh, lekker. That's so nice.
Sunning Hill Hospital.
So I'm East Rand side, but like I was saying to Inga, I'm always having to travel to all my mates in the Fourways area. So like getting on the N3.
I'm actually from the East Rand
No.
area as well. I'm like Bedfordview, Cyril
Really?
area.
Yeah, we're just on the border, like by Primrose Hill and
Yes,
yes.
right there.
So that's
So
awesome.
we're actually not that far. We experience the same things actually.
Yeah, must be. Different to the north though, because it's a different upbringing.
I know, it is
Totally different in what lingo we use and sort of always kind of saying to everybody, I'm not from Primrose Hill, but I'm from Bedfordview, because it's too scum, you know, like, oh.
I know, they say that the north is a little bit more posh.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And don't even dare come from the south.
No.
But it's here like that too, eh?
My boyfriend is from the south. He was very southy.
It's a breaker.
Yeah, he is a breaker.
I also dated a couple of guys from the south.
Really?
Yeah, I lived there for a little bit in Malbarton, Glen Vista area when I first left
I
home.
love that.
And I just love the energy because it's also real and down to earth.
Yes,
You
yeah,
know.
that is true, yeah.
And as much as they come around as like the rough and the croof, it's like they've been through things in life. And that's why, you know.
That is true, and you can trust them to just be real with you. There's no airs and graces.
There's no metrosexual in them at all, huh?
No.
Don't take longer to do their face than you do. I grew up with some of those from the north, you know. It's like, come on, dude, we gotta go. He's like, just gotta put my toner on.
And you're like,
And he was a man's man, you know what I mean? But still, he had to put toner on. It was crazy. But the South guys are just like, come on, let's go.
that is true, that is true. I mean, I've only got like a small experience of the South guys.
Yeah, but they definitely are men's men. Like proper,
Yeah,
don't
they
worry
are.
about the grooming and the metrosexual behavior.
They are, and you can trust that you'll be like well looked after.
Yes.
You'll have a good time.
Because it's also all about the family, about the people around them, taking care of them, looking after. And so when did you move here? Have you moved here?
So it's been 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Enjoying it?
I'm loving it.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
Super amazing. I think more than anything, I love the freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
I was
the big
saying
thing.
that.
Yeah.
I was saying that was one of the biggest things that I could just jump on a train. It doesn't matter what time of the day, night, and I don't feel this constant alertness to look around, see who's watching.
Yeah. I think just as a female, it's like empowering almost
Yes.
to be able to like do things on your own and not feel like you have to have like a friend with you.
Yeah,
or,
true. I
like,
totally agree.
have to send your location to somebody or so. Yeah.
Or message me when I get there and message me when I get back.
I feel like though that's ingrained in our being.
Yes.
Like, I still do that to this day. I'm like, message me when you're home safely.
I also do it. And my sister goes, Jay, we're in Holland. I'm like, I know, but it doesn't matter. Still do it.
I know. And here, like, I think the worst that can happen, I mean, just speaking from my experience, there could be, like, obviously, like, other experiences. But I think, like, the worst that could happen is maybe, like, an encounter with, like, a hobo or something.
Yeah.
They maybe, like, say something in Dutch, and then you get a bit of a fright, and then, like, that's it. Like,
Yeah, and if you say no or you turn your head, they walk away.
Then it's like
Whereas in
fine,
South
yeah.
Africa, they're like, on you,
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
please, mummy, just a little, I'm hungry, I'm starving. And that's just like, okay, I got to leave her alone. But I
Yeah.
still feel like I want to help them all. Because I'm like, oh, look at this guy. But then I think, nah, bruh, if you see the guys in South Africa, they need it more.
Honestly, I have the same experience. Like, I was chatting to my boyfriend about it, and I was like, you know, I feel like in South Africa, our environment and our circumstances are so tough and grueling. And when you see someone struggling, you kind of like empathize with them.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I feel like there's so much support from the government and from like,
And soup kitchens and housing
Yeah,
and
there's
places to look
housing.
after, yeah.
yeah,
They don't know
places
what's
to
really...
live. And I'm like, I struggle to like empathize.
Yeah, I get you.
Why,
It's a good
but-
word, actually, because I look at them and I think, no.
I feel terrible, but I just feel like I don't know why I just can't empathize. But in South Africa, I'm like, my heart breaks. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I understand why they're in the situation that they're in.
But also, I think it's that look in their eyes. The look in their eyes is real desperation, whereas here it's not so much. It's like, if you give it to me, give it to me. If you don't, I'll find somebody will help me. Somebody will take me somewhere.
You're right.
Whereas in South Africa, it's almost hopeless
Yeah.
in their eyes,
Yeah,
and that
there's-
makes me feel like, oh,
You're right.
I have to. If he doesn't get help from me, what is he gonna do? You know, that's the feeling.
Oh, it's terrible.
And where in Holland are you living?
In Harlem at the moment.
I love Harlem.
Yeah, and you?
It sounds so ghetto, hey?
It does, hey. When I initially moved here, like I was researching like stats about like safety and stuff, and then the Harlem in America came up, and it was like someone was killed like last week. And I was like, oh my god, I can't go running, and
Me time was
meanwhile,
in
it's
USA.
a different Harlem, but it does sound very like dodgy.
Ghetto, yeah. No, it sounds gangster, you know, like
Yeah, it does,
you're
hey,
living
yeah.
in the south of
Got some
Johannesburg.
street cred. Some street cred there.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell people I'm from Harlem.
Yeah, don't mess with me.
Yeah,
I'm from
exactly.
Harlem. Maybe not the south of Johannesburg, but I'm from Harlem.
Yeah, lekker. And are you enjoying the event? Have you met some South Africans here, or are you just with your South African friends?
I'm with my group of South African friends. I haven't met a lot of South Africans yet, but it's still very early into the event.
Nice.
And then just trying like a whole lot of hot sauces and
So lekker, hey. And I also tried that Runda braai pack now, that €15 buck. Oh my God, what the meat, the chops, the boerewors. I was just like, oh, I forgot what braai food tastes like, you know? I was
you really
even
miss
standing
that.
there by the braai, like smelling it, like bring on that feeling. Like I want to be back in South Africa on a Sunday at my mate's house,
I know.
you know, dop in a chop.
Exactly. My friend walked in and he was like, I need a boerewors roll like right now. And it was like maybe 11, 12 o'clock, and I'm like, it's a bit early for a boerewors roll, but he's like, oh my God, I want one right now.
You walk in, you smell it, and already eating it. It's absolutely amazing. And the memories you get. That's what I love about South African food when you taste it. Like if you have something that really takes you back, like biltong, it always takes me back to days at the house with the family, something to chow, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember every Sunday, like that was our braai day. And we would sit and just like have a family braai and like just get some meat on the braai.
Yeah.
And then just like, that was our family day.
And it wasn't anything special. It was just normal.
Yeah,
That was the normal
normal.
day. And here, almost you go to a barbecue, becomes a special event. And I was just like, no, we're going to have bride today. You're coming. Let's go.
I know. And I must say, like, the quality of meat was like just amazing in South Africa. Like, I think here, like, they're very like health conscious. So a lot of the meats you find in like the
No fat.
no fat, yeah. And there, I'm like, in South Africa, I think the cuts of meat give you a lot of flavor.
Yes.
Like, although here I've been told that like the Turkish butcheries.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the places that you must go to get like.
Yeah, I think in the
nice
Albert
cuts.
Heinz and in the grocery stores that it's generally just like for the health conscious really, and they're not putting in any of the extra. But the Turk butcheries my mom and sister go to.
Yes.
And they can find some really good pieces, but still nothing compared to South Africa. I don't know what it is.
Still not the
It's
same.
still not the same. It's still just like a pretend.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the meats in South Africa, but I also think just having like...
Good, we got sturdier cows, man.
Yeah, I don't
They've
know
been
what
through
it
a
is.
lot.
Definitely, they've been through a lot.
Load shedding.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Gives them extra energy.
Oh my goodness, when I chat to my parents and I get reminded about load shedding, I'm like, oh
I
my
know.
goodness, it's crazy what
I
they're
know.
actually going through.
It is, hey. It's so nuts. I was there for my brother's wedding now in December over to January. And I swear I just thought to myself, this is just like, I love the place, I miss it, but oh, there's a lot that you don't miss about it, hey. Those load shedding, the potholes in the roads, the beggars on the street,
It's true.
the locking your doors and electric fences everywhere. Ah,
It's true. It's
but I
true.
miss the people.
The people, I think, is the big one. Like, I think just that friendliness, like the South African friendliness. Like, even making our way to this event, we bumped into a girl and she was like, oh, sorry, I'm so lost. Can you guys help me?
Oh.
And then it turned out that she was a South African and she was like, somehow we all find each other. And just like that friendliness, like, just went such a long way.
Yeah.
Like, I really miss that, like, South African. They just have like this
Warmth.
friendliness and warmth about them.
So we were on a boat on Friday night. We had taken Jessica and Emilio's friend. He had just come from South Africa. He's Greek, but South African. And he started to now start live here. And he wants to do something like, what's Dutch that you do here? Okay, come, we're going to go on a boat. We're just going to go between Marston and Utrecht. It's going to be lekker. So we get on the boat, we go, we're driving, lekker, lekker, lekker. We stop, we let the kids swim. All of a sudden, we're trying to start, doesn't want to start. We're like, what the fuck? We've got to get back. So we're like panicking a bit and we're trying to wave down. All the Dutch people are just like, they're just going past us like, oh, we know what we're doing. Eventually my mother's like, help, we're stuck. And who stops? A boat of South Africans. And they're like, Lekker. Oh, and they recognize them from the Lekker store. And then they were just like, yeah, let's get on, let's help you. They waited till we called somebody. Then when we were waiting, they drove off because they had to take their boat back. And then they were like, are you sure you're going to be all right? And like, yeah, thank you so much. And as they pulled off, we started again. And boom. And we're like, yeah. And everybody
and
with
they
the...
would celebrate. Yeah.
Just so good, so warm, so colorful.
I think
So
that's
colourful.
what we miss the most. I think just that like friendliness and that willingness to like help in situations.
Yes.
Although I don't find the Dutch like particularly bad. Like I find them actually quite friendly. Like
Yes.
I feel like if you go to the UK, on the other hand, it's
Oh, yeah,
like a little
no,
bit
no.
more. Like I just feel like a number there.
Yes, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I feel overwhelmed.
Especially
like,
on the tubes. Nobody
on the
looks at you.
tubes,
Everyone's
yeah,
just like,
everyone's like in a rush to get somewhere and you're like in their way and you better move out the way. or
everyone's
they're
moving
gonna-
their eyes around so there's no eye contact.
Yeah. Whereas I feel like here, at least, like they are a little bit more open. If you do approach someone and say like, I really need help, like they'll be able.
Do you know what I think it is? They're super friendly, but I just don't know if they know about that emotional warmth. Because I think everything runs so well here and it's so predictable and
Yeah.
everything is sort of fairy tale land almost.
That's true.
So there
That's
hasn't
true.
been any of this like having to dig deep inside yourself
Yeah, that's true.
to get
that's
out of a
true.
situation
That's
or to
completely
find a
true,
way
yeah.
to live. And I think that's what brings the South African flavor, the color, is
Yeah.
because we've had to do this.
I agree with you, and I think that as South Africans we have like the best sense of humor. Like I think we can take a situation that's like really bad and just like make jokes out of it and like just find a way to like lighten it up
Have a good lach.
and have a good laugh about it. Exactly, have a good laugh about it and just like make the load lighter because that's all we have.
Exactly.
And I think, but in that it's like really beautiful as well.
It is, it is. And most of the times when I speak to South Africans doing these podcasts, I walk away feeling so like happy.
Yeah.
It's a happiness inside of me because I've connected with somebody that has that same feedback. Like even now with you and your eyes. Like our eyes are talking.
Yeah.
But when you speak to sometimes the Dutch people, I feel like it can whack off. Like I'm just like, comes back at me because it's too much.
That's
It's too much. Like don't be so overboard. I'm like, oh, okay. This is how we are.
That's true. That's true. But I think also like once you do get like past that like emotional barrier with like a Dutch person, like
Yeah.
just speaking from experience with like practice of chiropractic, I feel like they actually are like really emotional and sensitive and they do like they have a lot of feelings and think it's just a matter of like getting past the initial phase, and then I think once you pass that, like you realize that they're just human beings. Like
Absolutely true. That's so true. It's almost like they've got the permission to be open, and otherwise it's not done.
Yeah.
And so when they do meet us, they start to be like, oh, okay, we can actually open to the space. Because I don't find them to be rude.
No.
I don't find them to be unfriendly. Like you said, in the UK, it's a different story.
I had one experience in the Netherlands where I think it was like, I really felt like a foreigner in the country.
Oh,
but
tell
I
us.
think it was an older lady that was just like
Set in her
old
ways.
mindset, set in her ways.
You
And
bloody foreigners.
yeah, no, honestly, it was like that. Like I was chatting on the phone and I was in like a normal section of the train, and then she obviously didn't like the chatting, and then she told me like, you know, like please stop talking. Like this is ridiculous. Like I've heard your conversation the whole way, and obviously it's like a known thing that people like. Well, I don't know if it's known because I'm not sure, but like you just don't chat on your phone like in the train. Like I don't know if you've noticed that.
I have
like,
noticed
really
that.
Quiet in the train.
I have noticed that.
It's really quiet.
But they have still cards.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I feel like at the moment I hear you because nobody generally talks on the train. And even for myself, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to talk now. I'll call you when I'm off the train because
awkward, right?
everyone's so quiet.
Yeah, yeah.
But there has been 1 or 2 times that I've heard some Dutch kids and they've been like, and I'm like, oh, okay, slow it down, you know. But it still doesn't bug me because I'm just like, at least there's a train and we're going on it.
Exactly.
Talk all you like, you know.
Exactly. So I had this moment where I was like on the train, and then this lady said to me like, you know, like, please stop talking. Like this is enough. Like I don't want to hear the ins and outs of like your life. And then I was like, but we're not in the silent section of the train. Like surely I'm allowed to like speak here. And she was like, no, like go speak when you're off the train or speak in your own personal hotel. And then I said to her, I was like, you know, I don't understand. And then she was like, you know, learn the rules of the foreign country that you're in. And then I was like, this feels a little bit deeper than just
I think what happens
talking on
is
the phone.
that's it. Definitely, it's about the influx of foreigners that they can't handle,
Yeah.
and then everybody's changing the rules, sort of, and
Yeah,
it's not this,
yeah.
it's not this predictability anymore. So it's kind of like unnerving. Even the direction of walking. I had an old lady come with a stick at me because I was on her side of the road. I wasn't on the right, and I was chatting. Hello, and she was like, "Yeah, get onto the right," and I was like, "Jeez, okay, I'm moving over. Sorry."
But I think it is just that. I think like everyone like really like there's a way of things working and functioning and ticking over here. And like if you don't fit into that, like you're gonna experience some like difficulties along the way.
Especially from the Dutch people, because they're not shy to say to you, "Mag niet fietsen here,"
Yes.
or if you don't do that, or "Hey." But in South Africa, we all just you know what, you're not allowed to do that. But anyway, I'm not going to say anything, and we carry on.
Yeah, we beat around the bush.
Yeah, and I think that's why we're sitting in our situation of the way the country runs in their situation. So even though you hate it, at some point you're like, okay, well, I understand it. It needs to be done in order for it to run properly.
Sometimes that directness is needed, and I think about even like in practice, like I have sometimes patients that come in and they're just like super direct. They'll say to you like, no, my shoulder is not better. Like I haven't felt any improvement. But then at least you know what you're working with. You know, like, okay, I need to look at different things.
But it's harsh.
It's harsh, but you know what you're working with. Whereas South Africans are more like, it's okay, it's doing all right. I mean, the other day I was doing
They don't want to
this.
hurt your feelings.
They don't want to hurt your feelings. And then I think that like softens the blow, and then it doesn't lead you to getting down to the real cause of the issue.
Yeah, because you're just pussyfooting around it instead of saying, listen, honestly, I haven't felt a thing. But I find them also to be that. They're not very wishy-washy.
No.
Whereas they believe everything somebody would tell them. So when you tell them something, they literally look at you and they're like, so how do you know that?
Yeah.
And why do you say that? And where did you get that in? And I'm just like, oh, South Africans would just be like, oh, really? Oh, that's amazing. And they'd just be so gullible in a way and believe it,
Yes.
And they really need to know, like, how did you get to that conclusion?
Yes. And then you find yourself like having to like, essentially like speak very logically and answer. And if you can't give a logical answer, then you're fine.
And how are you finding doing chiropractor here as opposed to South Africa?
It's completely different.
Yeah?
Completely different. I think the big thing is that like chiropractic is supported by like insurances here in the Netherlands. So it really gives people a platform to like be able chiropractic care. Whereas in South Africa, it's not really supported unless you have like the highest medical aid, which is super expensive for like the average person.
Yeah.
And then I think here there's obviously different styles of
Yes.
chiropractic. So here we have like a vitalistic style of chiropractic, which is all about like innate intelligence and your body's ability to like heal itself with a chiropractic adjustment. And then in South Africa, we're more like evidence-based. So we're more like, we want to get the joint moving and functioning correctly so that the muscles can relax and so that your body can
It's interesting, hey?
Yeah, so it's different schools of thought, but it's also related to the way we were educated. So in South Africa, it's very evidence-based, and in like Europe, there's like a mix between vitalism and mechanism.
Oh, that's interesting, hey?
Chiropractors, yeah.
And do you prefer it, or you're...
I think it's definitely been like eye-opening coming to the Netherlands and being able to like just expand your mind to different styles of chiropractic, and I like that. I don't like limiting myself to one way of practicing.
Yes, it's nice to explore others and then bring your own flavor in of your own understanding for it.
Exactly. And you see that there definitely is like a whole realm of like individuals that like some people respond really well to that, like your body's ability to heal and innate intelligence, and then other people want to know like facts, and they want to know like why, and they want to know how the joint moves and why the joint moves and why this is giving them pain. So I think it's just been an eye-opening experience. And also find my place.
And also I think the nice thing for you is that people can afford it here and there is support for it. So then people can actually expose themselves. Whereas I've always said this as an entrepreneur, even in the vitality and health industry in South Africa, people can't afford it.
No, they
After
can't.
electricity and security and schools and extra security, it really becomes something that's a luxury.
It really is a luxury. That's the exact word that I was going to use. In South Africa, it's almost like a luxury, and you often see people that are like, they walk into your practice like hunched over, like with their hand on their back, like not moving. It's like they're in a crisis. Whereas here, you can almost like be preventative.
Yes.
Almost treat somebody and make sure their spine's moving and functioning correctly.
So it's not like the ER.
Yeah, exactly. You're not like leaving it to the point where like it's really, really, really bad, and then like having to do damage control.
Yeah, I get that.
afterwards.
And
in South Africa, it's very much like that. And even so, in those situations, it's so difficult to manage because people can only like afford maybe like 2 sessions.
Yeah.
And maybe you would need like 3 or 4, 5 or 6 sessions to really get them.
And then you've
feeling
really got to
better.
try get them back from this crisis mode, and then they can't afford it. So it's kind of like stalemate, hey?
And you also feel bad as a practitioner because you feel like, how am I going to help this person?
Yeah.
So it becomes a little bit tricky.
And are you practicing in Harlem?
So I was practicing in Harlem, but now I'm practicing in Katwijk. I practice there.
Katwijk, where is that?
So Katwijk is like sort of like a seaside like town / village, just off of Leiden.
Okay.
So
Nice.
It's not too far. So I travel from Harlem to Leiden and then Leiden on a bus to Katwijk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
so very close to the sea.
Oh, nice.
And I work for a Dutch chiropractor. He was actually one of the first chiropractors in the Netherlands. And he created like the Chiropractic Association in the Netherlands. Yeah.
Nice. So you with the core, the sauce.
Yeah. And he's such a
The
nice
Wizard of
guy.
Oz.
Such a nice guy. Literally studied in America. His son studied in America, and they're like lovely, lovely people.
Oh, I
So
love
I'm
that.
Very, very lucky,
I love
yeah.
that. That's so good. I can see in your eyes you're very happy. You're loving being here.
No, I love it. I love it. I must say, like, it's been really like great to be with them, and they're very like they let you do your own thing, practice how you want to practice.
Yeah, the
It's been
guidelines, but you do your own
Exactly.
intelligence, your own feeling on it. Because that's important, hey?
Yeah.
Even when you go to massage therapists, like a lot of them you can kind of feel like they're just following a program. And then you get 1 or 2, because I also give massage, but I know, like, I've got a bit of credentials here, but the most important thing for me is to understand the body and let my hands move with it.
Yeah,
and let their body talk to my body.
Exactly.
Without it happening on a thinking level.
Exactly, and you got to do something that's authentic to you as a person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be delivering your best self in that treatment or in
Yeah,
the
true that.
session.
Yeah. And I think ultimately is that when you do put your own input into it, you can actually start to understand the body better.
Yeah.
Because it's not about just following the guidelines, it's about understanding your own intuition knows with their intuition, and that can meet. But it's still very new that in the world, though.
Yeah, people underestimate intuition.
25. Sorry, we're trying to sell caps on the side as well. It's so awesome. It's so lekker to chat with you. I wondered if you wanted to do a full podcast with me, if you're interested.
I would love to.
Would you?
Yeah,
Because I was thinking maybe you could come to Utrecht. We can have some lunch at the Lekker store. We can get Kelly to meet us afterwards.
Yes, let's do it. I've been dying to get Kelly on a podcast because Kelly has so much knowledge.
I know. And
She's
I
a
really
wealth
want to
of
start,
knowledge,
I know,
yeah.
and I really want to start talking to South Africans, not only sort of about their experience of why they left and why they're here and what they enjoy and what they don't, but I also want to start getting into what they do and let them have a little platform to promote themselves. Like we just did one for Runda, who's organizing this event with the Flying Saucers, which two South Africans, one from Cape Town, one from Durban.
I love that.
They brought it together, and it's kind of like, oh, please, like, tell us your story. Why did you start? And he had like 30 kilograms of biltong growing in his, like, not growing, but like drying in his
like,
apartment. It was drying in his like 26 meter squared apartment. That eventually his wife was like, listen, dude, I'm going to work smelling like biltong. You better get this sorted out. Find a factory.
I love that.
And that's how it grew. So it's nice stories, but I'd love to do that.
I would love to do that. I'm open to it.
Okay, lekker.
And anything for South Africa, I'm game.
I know, hey,
Love
we're here,
South
but we
Africa.
still love South Africa,
I
isn't
know.
it?
It'd
Eh?
be like in my heart forever.
If everything was working there, I would never have moved here, honestly.
I know, it's actually quite sad.
I know, hey. But at least we can find each other here and keep the vibe going. You know, I just had some boerewors and some biltong, and I'm just like, oh, I smelt the Sunday braai. I smelt it in my body. It was like, oh, felt so good. Felt so nice.
I know. I can relate for sure. When we walked in as well, my friend was like, oh my gosh, I need biltong. And it
Yeah.
was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, it's a bit early for like biltong. And he's like, I need a boerewors roll. And I'm like, it's a bit early for a boerewors roll. And he's like, I just need it. So I can relate.
Yeah, no, sure.
But I'm 100% keen to join.
I want to let you go and enjoy the rest of the vibes because
I'm
it's all
gonna try
happening.
some hot sauce.
Yeah, go do it. And
Try
there's going to
some
be a chili
cocktails.
competition just now.
No, I haven't signed up. For
No,
it.
I'm also not that
I'm
brave.
terrible with hot stuff.
There's some hot sauce I just had just now, and I thought it was like normal sauce, and I was like, what?
I know. Some of the people have been really nice. Like they give you like a range of like things. They're like, this is like mild and this is like really hot.
Isn't it
So I
amazing?
always
Eh?
like taste like the mild ones. But some are really, really good.
Some like it hot though. Some like it
Yeah,
really hot.
My friends are like one of them. Like, I
Really?
don't know why they don't do the competition. Like
They should go tell them. Go tell them.
100 euros.
Oh,
they
is
can
that is that what the prize is?
win. 100 euros, yeah.
Get one of them to do it. Take 50-50.
50-50.
I
know,
got
it's
you in.
fantastic.
You got the
Investment.
ability. We split it. Done. South African
Bit of the
hustle.
South coming in.
Totally. Everything's a hustle. Everything's
Yeah.
a deal.
It's true.
Everything's a partner, my brother.
I know.
My sister.
Yeah. I know. Typical.
No, lekker.
Typical.
It's been so lekker to chat to you, man.
It's so cool that you have this event going. Like you set up here. and-
Yeah, listen, I must be
Such a
honest with
great
you. We
idea,
just really
yeah.
want to connect with South Africa. It's just also lekker to see everybody hanging around here. I'm just watching it and you can see the South Africans.
It's so nice, actually. It just like warms my heart. Even to hear like Afrikaans people speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kelly, she's like from the east, and then she has this like really thick like Edenvale accent, and I'm just like, oh, it warms my heart. I love it.
Thank you, Tasman. It's
Alright,
been so
thank you
lekker.
So much for having me. Amazing.
Awesome.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Lekker. Ciao,
Bye.
ciao, ciao.
Just what?
Can you hear it, Tiff?
Oh wow, yeah, I can.
Okay, so I know your name's Tiffany and you are?
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah.
And I'm Janine, and nice to meet you guys from the Vale.
Oh, from the Vale. From the Vale.
From the
Vale.
Vale. I wish people could see that. We were just doing a V sign on our right
But
arms.
we're not behind the Boerewors curtain just before.
Not behind the Boerewors curtain. What's a Boerewors curtain?
You don't know the Boerewors
No.
curtain? So the Boerewors curtain is what separates like the Vale from the proper Vale. So like it's I think it's Van Riebeeck Avenue.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you pass Van Riebeeck Avenue, then you're behind the Boerewors curtain.
Okay.
And it's like hectic.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's good. So like past like the, and also it became Carraglen and all of those places out that side.
Yes,
You guys were there?
No, we saw Alma Park and Maristane
Oh,
Park.
Alma Park, I know. And?
Maristane Park.
Oh yeah, Maristane Park. I think there was a dance studio I went to near there.
You would know.
No.
Yes, Grand Slam. Yeah.
Grand Slam, yes.
Slam's the one, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Grand Slam. Sunday afternoons, definitely.
The rugby, the
Yeah,
football,
yeah,
anything,
yeah. Always used to go to Grand Slam and you're always like sitting down and you hear people sit at the table next to you and like all four of them don't say anything but like Yussus, 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 Yussus.
That's what you miss, man.
Like,
I've heard it
yes.
everywhere. During this festival, it's been like proper South African.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
So nice.
And just
Like,
to listen to it.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, nothing beats a South African.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't, hey. And I must be honest with you, if the country wasn't the way it was and I hadn't had experiences that I did, I probably would never have left.
Yeah.
I also have Dutch heritage, so that also brought me back here. My granddad was born in Den Haag.
Oh wow. Okay.
And just before World War II ended, he decided to leave
Okay.
and come to South Africa when everybody started coming to South Africa because Europe was
It's
fucked.
everything,
Just
yeah.
cuck.
Everyone came here.
Yeah.
My grandfather was Italian.
Yes?
And the story, I don't know if I made it up or if this is the actual story, but it was the wartime and he was like, not for me.
Yeah.
So he came to South Africa.
Yeah.
He was a carpenter. Beautiful life.
Started a life there with his family.
Yeah, it's proper Italian to
Yeah.
leave as the war starts. You're like,
Yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah, I don't
What's
vibe
their
with
name?
this.
What's that Italian saying? Dolce far niente, which is like the art of doing nothing. Like the Italians really know about how to just chill and do nothing.
It's so nice.
And I just love that lifestyle because we don't have that here.
And the siesta.
Yeah.
I love the siesta. Like, let's say like 1:30 to like 4.
So my
like,
brother's
oh.
in Spain and he says to me, because we've done a podcast, so if you guys want to listen, these podcasts are really up. And he's like, you know what, I'm living in Spain. What I love the best about it, no one gives you beef about having a snooze in the afternoon. Like everybody's having a snooze in the afternoon. I was just going to say that to you because, you know, then his wife said to me, I don't know what it is, but every time I come to Holland, I'm just like on the go, go, go. I said, because that's what this country is. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
There's no chill.
Although, I do think the Dutch are quite lazy.
You do?
In terms of work and work ethic.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
So like, we don't have any career prospects or any goals. I'll put in the minimum at work. So that's why they love hiring South Africans because we work hard because we're so scared we're going to be fired.
Yeah, exactly. True that. And they're picky. They're picky on what they decide to do.
Yeah,
And if you notice, a lot of the Dutch people aren't actually in the Albert Heijns or the post office or the... It's all left to the foreigners to pick up the slack for it because
Yeah,
they're more about the other jobs. But I think also a lot of Dutch people are moving to Spain because of the taxes.
Yeah.
Because of the taxes, because of the weather.
I would.
Because of the foreigners that are in the Netherlands.
It's true, hey?
Yeah.
A friend of mine, we were standing at the train station and there was like a train missed it. Then we went to the bus wasn't coming. She's like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm like, listen, at least there are trains and buses. She's like, yeah, but I think it's because all the South Africans are coming here. Everything's starting to start falling apart.
But you know what's crazy as well is in South Africa I would have never ever complained about public transport or potholes. It's like it's just a thing.
Yes.
It's accepted. Here, there is public transport. I'm like, how dare that train be 5 minutes late? That's
Yes.
so messed
You
up.
start becoming arrogant with them, hey?
I'm like, what do you mean? You've never ever had the privilege of public transport. But then I'm also like, I don't think public transport's a privilege. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
It's like,
But do you have a car here?
no.
Okay.
Not at all.
So nor do I. And I just sometimes think to myself when I'm feeling a little bit pressured because I don't have the car and I'm carrying my groceries, I've got to say to myself, well, at least you didn't overspend because you know you only got two shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I've also got to say to myself, just chill out because you know what? At the end of the day, at least you're not in road rage. You're not stuck in a traffic light or in a roadblock.
Yeah.
You know, now we phone each other to find out about weather. We don't phone each other about the roadblocks. Like,
Don't even need a phone.
I find myself, I've checked the weather every morning.
yeah.
Every morning I check the weather just to see.
But
if
don't
it's
you
nice.
find that by checking the weather in the morning, still not enough? Like you have to check it on an hourly basis? It's because South Africa's got a consistency in weather.
Yes, that's
Joburg's 100% during the summer, 100% same. Hot, 3, 4 p.m. thunderstorm.
You feel the cool?
6 p.m. nice and cool. You
Yeah.
enjoy the summer evening. And in winter, no rain. Ever.
And if you wake up in the morning and you look outside and it's rainy, you know for the day it's pretty much going to be that. But if you wake up and it's sunny, it's the same. Here it's like, like take everything with you in case, just in case.
exactly.
When did you guys move here?
March 2022.
So that was a funny story actually, because we had just started dating December 2021 on the 30th of December.
Met in South Africa,
So we've
in the
been
Vale.
friends for 10 years.
In the Vale, yeah, of course,
But in
yeah.
the Vale we had been friends. And then on the 30th we became boyfriend and girlfriend. On the 31st he's like, move with me to the Netherlands. And I was like, okay. Never thought about moving to the Netherlands before in my life. And then a month later he left and 2 months later I left.
Amazing.
Started our lives.
And what are you doing now here?
Logistics for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Commercial
Sales?
executive.
Sales, nice, cool.
Yeah.
But now, before we started this recording, you were saying you're buying a car, you're moving back to South Africa. So it's interesting. I want to hear your take on it.
We got married in December.
Yeah.
No, South Africa
cool,
for
nice,
sure.
nice.
For sure, it was awesome.
Lekker.
So we got married and we're like, okay, we're not going to do the legal stuff there because then you're going to transfer to the Europe and it's just a whole mess. So we're going to get married proper legally here. And then we got back here and I was like, there'd been no sun for like 3 weeks. It had been raining for 3 weeks. The temperature hadn't gone above like 4 degrees. And I was like, I looked at her and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And she's like, oh, for sure. Let's
You
go
were
home.
in sync completely, hey?
Yeah, for 2 years, I think we enjoyed it. We were planning on buying a house. We've done everything. And we're like,
Bought a house.
Oh, wow.
350,000. Not
Sure.
150,000, we're not that rich. But we nearly bought a house, so it's like a 20-year commitment, and then literally 8 months later, we're like, let's move back.
But I think it's the weather, guys, because, you know, I've been here from 2016 and I was back and forth in the summers. So I'd spend summer here and then I'd spend summer in South Africa. So I was jumping around quite luckily. But I'll tell you, then I started living here after 2020. And it's really been a considering factor for me, the weather. It's just like, oh, my brother's gone to Spain and he says it's much better because he's in the lower part of Spain. So it's actually at least more consistency. Also cheaper living because this country is really hardcore in its prices for everything. But I think at the end of the day also it weighs up everything. So you do get like more efficiency here and you do get more of a structure going on. But then you have to pay for that. And then you don't have the weather to go with it.
Exactly.
yeah, it's like, I don't know, like the weather, the country.
The
It's
weather,
also-
the weather, say it one more time, the weather.
I believe it's the weather, I'm not sure.
So he's got a bit of vitamin D deficiency, so that's why it's such a
Isn't it
If
amazing?
you could really see me, it was like, you could tell already, like, even before.
I think you guys have got some fans behind you there.
That's because we have the tequila.
Because you got the tequila.
When you buy a bottle of tequila, everyone's your friend. I'll tell you for sure.
Absolutely, hey.
For sure.
It's actually quite nice tequila we just had there. That's called Lala Tequila. It's nice, huh?
And they do not sponsor this podcast. We need to tell you now. This is a personal preference. Buy Lala Tequila.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Must be honest with you, nothing really sponsors the podcast at this moment. We're just like doing it raw.
Maybe Lala Tequila one.
Maybe we'll have to get in touch with them. I think I know the owners.
Amazing.
For sure. I think they're over there.
I think they've got a stand over there. Or do they have a website on their bottle? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but they got a QR code, guys. Everything's on a QR code nowadays.
For sure. This podcast will help them.
And now, so you're excited to move back?
It's not like excitement. It's like a necessity.
Like
you know?
relief.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But as soon as we confirmed, like she was able to move back with the company. I was able
Nice.
to interview if my future boss is listening. Hello.
Hi.
Shout out to you guys.
Who they? Tell us.
I'm not going to risk it.
Okay.
Yeah. In case I don't accept the final interview. Robinson,
We'll leave
by
it
the way,
anonymous.
Great logistics. But it's relief. It's saying like, this is where, like everything here, it's like, I don't know, it's like it tries so hard to be what South Africa is. Like in the middle of Rotterdam,
Yeah.
there's like a surfing pool thing.
Yeah.
And you pay like 40 euros and you can go surf in this tiny little spot. In a canal, for sure. And it's like, cool, for sure. Like, I don't think we could make that, but we also don't need to. You know,
Yeah.
like we have it already. You just go down
Natural.
to the beaches, Durban, Cape Town, and you can just go do it for free. You just have a boat, you can rent a board for like $100, and you go do it. So like, it's like they got to like advance technologically here so far to just feature what we have just
Naturally.
for everyone. Yeah.
I do think, and I want to just say it, is that I do think you've got to decide what your priorities are. Like if your priorities is money, then Europe's probably the best thing you can do for
Yeah.
yourself. And what we had to do is we had to go, I'm not going to be taken down by the golden handcuffs. I'm going to let the golden handcuffs go. I know I'm going to earn less money, but I need to go home. So my family is in South Africa. I
Yeah.
miss them to death. He
Yeah.
misses the sun because his family is all here.
Oh, wow.
He's like,
If my family's listening,
Love you very much,
love
but
you
the
guys.
sun rocks my heart.
so we just decided what our priorities were, and we're like, it's not this. It doesn't add up. Like we have more money, but we go out once a month, and then we have no money left for the month because going out is so expensive.
Yeah.
And in South Africa, you earn a quarter, and you go out every single night.
Also, there's an ease and a flow. So like I said, these podcasts I've been doing a couple now, and I've been speaking to different people, and I've really realized there's so many different reasons why people have left. But the most important thing is like there's a warmth to South Africans. Like the people, you miss that. The warmth of the temperatures and of the weather.
yeah.
But I also think it's like this, there's a flow of ease in South Africa. Even though it's so paradoxical because it's like high alert and there's a lot going on around you all the time, especially if you're in Johannesburg. But then there's also this like, I can do what I like and when I like. And time seems to be a little bit more or less,
yeah.
because here it's just about train times and people saying you got to be there early and like you got a 12 o'clock appointment and if you're not there at 10 to, you're considered late. And I'm just like, I can't breathe. Like South Africa, you give me 15 minutes after the time we've said to at least get there and roll in, and everybody's okay with that.
Like imagine having to book your birthday 3 months in advance with your friends.
Everything's in an agenda.
You're like, wait, what do you mean?
It's crazy,
That
eh?
was hard for us. We picked on our pocket quite quickly, but we don't like it. We just want to be able to be like, hey, what you doing this weekend?
Yeah, see how it is with the weather, because their weather's so unpredictable, and this is what kills me, is that they do this predictability by doing their agenda. I think what does is it gives them structure, gives them the line of, okay, I know what I'm going to do, it's predictability, I feel safe in there. But then if the weather changes, you're fucked. You know, so you've planned this day and then you've got to like either work it around the weather or the weather totally messes it up for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just feel like I missed that about South Africa. It was more like a flow. There was more like a general like vibe, and the sea and the ocean and the mountains and the
Exactly. And so we put in effort to live in the suburbs. So it could take us about an hour and a half to get to work because we wanted to live in the suburbs because we wanted a garden and a pool. So I set up the pool in May on that one warm weekend, and it hasn't been sunny since until this past weekend.
sad, eh?
It's like 2 months that we've had this pool.
Which area are you guys living in?
Nieuwekerk, and then
What? Nieuwekerk?
just outside Rotterdam.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, so like
Nieuwekerk.
there,
I think I know you can go on a metro with it, right?
No.
almost.
Almost. Oh.
Yeah, you go to Rotterdam, Alexander, then you got to get on a bus. And blah, blah, blah.
Okay, Rotterdam, Alexander. I got a few South Africans I know living in Rotterdam, Alexander, actually.
Hello, throw the numbers.
Yeah, we need
Organize a
friends.
drive.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, hey, because I was just speaking to somebody else now, and they were saying to me, here everybody has to schedule a barbecue, whereas it was such a given that every Sunday, whose house we buying at this time?
Do you find yourself saying barbecue more than braai?
No, I don't want to say that more than braai.
But like at work, I was like, oh, we're gonna have a braai this weekend. They're like,
A what?
For sure. Every time. Eventually, I started like, okay, a barbecue. They're like, okay, and then.
We didn't understand as well. You guys colonized. I always say this word, colonized. South Africa. Why do you not know what a braai is? They're like, no, that's not our word. I'm like, okay.
But it is their word, guys, because it comes from Afrikaans. Afrikaans comes from English and Dutch.
Yeah, but from what I understood, it's more like, you know like we have a potjie?
Yeah.
That's more what a braai is to them. It's like that, like slow over the fire, like that slow cook thing.
boil the stuff. We want to just grill it, man. Get it on.
For
Dop
sure.
it a chop. Who's coming? Bring in braai.
Yeah.
You bring the chopper, we'll bring the dop. No, I must be honest, that's one thing I do. I miss the garden life. I miss being at people's houses. You don't have to always go to a public place. You can just go and chill in someone's house, put the jams on. Neighbors all know it's cool.
We've had like 4 complaints from our neighbors. We were literally with our nephew, my brother-in-law and his wife, and we got a complaint. I'm like, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're just talking. And so, yeah, they just don't want us. They don't want to hear us talking.
I think ultimately the Dutch are a bit scared that so many foreigners have come in, and this is also passed with the Ukrainians, Afghanistanians, South Africans. There's so much, like I think they reached in 2022 their max of 400,000 immigrants in that year. And then they've started to pull it back now, because obviously also understanding there's a housing shortage here. You know, there's a housing crisis because they don't have enough
need to
places.
tell us, I think every person here is well aware of the housing crisis. I was in Berlin.
But you can find a job.
No, so we've literally taken in our friend. He had a job, he had a house, and the job was like, no, we don't want you anymore in the house. It's like, you got to move out. So now
God.
But he's like a software engineer. Not like anything. Like software engineer, can't find a house, can't find a job. You know,
Tell him to move to Spain. Or back with you guys to the Vale.
We've told him. He's behind us. That's all. Anyway.
The Vale.
The Vale.
So we're actually moving to Cape Town. We're moving to Stellenbosch.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
I studied in Stellenbosch for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Tiffany studied there as well. And it's just like, oh, Stellenbosch, man.
Yeah.
Think about Stellenbosch and like think about cloudy skies over summer. It's
Yeah.
warmer there now.
I watch
than it is.
I watch the temperatures because I still got a house in South Africa and I still got people that I help and whatnot, and often I check in and with them on the mornings, like what's their temperature, what's ours, and I'm just like, bloody hell, you guys are in autumn and we're in spring and you hotter than we are.
They're in winter, we're in summer, and it was hotter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yesterday it was like 22 for them. I'm like, what do you mean?
Shocking,
yeah,
hey?
for sure. Yeah.
But we've also had really nice weather. But what I don't like is it goes like from high degrees yesterday, like what was it, 32
30,
or something like that?
yeah.
And now today it's like 25, but it's just too extreme.
But like it's also like it says 25.
But
like,
because the wind blows.
and the clouds, it feels like I've had in Stellenbosch like cold days. I put on a jacket.
Yeah.
And now it's like summer. I'm like sick.
Yeah,
Short pants, collared shirt,
short pants
go out.
Yeah.
Hey.
with your comb in your sock. No, but Lekker, guys, I'm really, really interested to hear more from you. So when are you moving?
October 28th. Don't tell my current company.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I don't think this will be
Lekker.
broadcast anyway, and I'm sure they won't be looking for Yussus lifestyle.
Resign, you can send them this podcast.
Yeah, this I will show them. Go to minute 17, the 30 seconds, and that's my reputation. Thank you.
Peace out.
So the airline, it's booked. Oh, they keep taking.
Where
out
you?
tequila.
I know you guys are going to have to keep tabs on that because it's going to be
every,
empty.
like, 10
Eh?
seconds, the tequila gets
So
taken.
we've actually sneaked like 6 shots without them, so this is fair.
Oh, true
Tiffany,
that.
this
eh?
is recorded. You don't understand it.
They can find out later.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, so Kenya Airways, 28th of October.
Kenya Airways,
there
and apparently
triple.
that's a really good pricing system for Kenya Airways for South Africans.
They're the best.
Yeah?
Direct to Cape Town, not direct. So you stop over in Kenya, in Nairobi,
Yeah.
and then you do like a
So there's
9-hour layover.
Yeah.
But we've heard, and we're gonna find out when we're there.
So don't take this at face or word value because it's a podcast. But
Yeah, so apparently you can go there to the people at the airport and you can get a free safari when you go, and when you land in Nairobi, if you got 6-hour layover, you can do a free safari
On the
sponsored by the airport. Sponsored by Kenya Airways. Everyone listen to that.
Free safari
Free
for those
safari,
9 hours.
Yeah.
It's a 6-hour safari, so you need as minimum.
So
6
you
hours.
land and then you go, they take you out to a safari, you come back and then you go for your next
Go
flight.
Kenya. That's amazing.
Kenya.
But I think they're getting a lot of business now, hey?
Yeah, definitely.
Because the KLMs are just too fucking expensive.
Crazy.
Like, yeah,
Ridic.
insultingly.
No, they're
they do
ridiculous.
2 bags.
Say that? And you get 2 bags, yeah.
When you want to move back to South Africa, yeah, you need those 2 bags.
Well-
But like we've been here and I'm like, I'm done. I am
I'm out.
cut full. Thank you.
Cut full.
I was allowed. I said I was allowed to say it earlier, and I'm saying it now. But I'm like, I'm had it. Like, I want to be home. This is what I value.
I want the
And
sun, I want South Africans, I want that warmth.
Yeah,
yeah, but
guys,
like
seriously.
it's so interesting how like you can agree on so many things, but they're like this is what's, and I think in South Africa, genuinely, you can have a better life, quality-wise.
Look, you can
than
have a
here.
good life, but you said it earlier to my mom. If you can afford it,
Yes.
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
be
Oh, yeah.
very safe in South Africa,
Yeah.
and you can have a good life.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, but the people who can afford to go to Europe have a good life in South Africa. And I, personally,
Yeah.
from my experience, I was never robbed in South Africa. I've never experienced crime, touch wood.
Yeah.
I've never
Touch it, babe.
I've never experienced like anything negative in South Africa. So I only moved here for a boy. That's the only reason. I would have never left South
A
Africa.
man.
Left.
Big, strong man.
And today, how are you finding the event? Are you enjoying it?
Amazing. It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah, Bullsong, Brokos roll.
Did you have
Tequila.
Boerewors rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had milk tab
Oh.
shots for free.
Oh,
It
lekker.
was so nice. I've just been getting free things all day.
Oh, that's awesome,
it's
man.
because you're beautiful.
Yes, of
Us
course.
normal people do not get free things at festivals. It's just you.
It was very
I had to pay for all her stuff as well. They're like, it's free for her, but you want to pay double, mate.
She's like, la 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 la. I'm getting all these free things, and he's grafting.
I also got a free car today.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Okay.
No, I had to pay for it, yeah. But
I love that. That's amazing, guys. And you're such amazing people. Honestly, I love the energy, the vibe. It's really, really cool. It's nice. So, guys, I'm going to let you get on your way. I love the pod. I love the chat.
we need to find
I'm
that
excited
tequila
for
bottle,
you.
actually.
Yeah. You want to go get a shot?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And good luck. Good luck with it all.
And we'll chat soon.
Yeah, I'll come find you. Ciao. Cheers, cheers.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, bella.
Doeg. Yeah, ciao bella.
Ciao, bello.
Ciao bello. Yo,
There's sports.
How are we doing?
how's it going?
Good yourself.
Lekker. What do you think about the festival?
It's
You
been
enjoying
fun.
it?
It's been fun.
Yeah? Met a lot of South Africans?
Not too many.
Yeah.
Not too many South Africans.
Did you eat
There are
something?
now. I've
Oh,
eaten-
yeah, you did. We met in the line.
I met, I had the boy roll in the line. That was a nice, what do you call it, blast from the past.
Yeah? Where did it take you back to?
Yeah, it took me back to the rugby in Harlem
Oh,
last year when we won the World Cup.
oh, that must have been epic, hey?
It was, that was a good South African showing.
Yeah, I love that, eh?
And before that, it was the last time I went to South Africa, which was November last year. And I was obviously seeing family for the first time in 3.5 years.
Yeah, shit, that's a
that's
long
always
time,
special.
eh? Yeah.
And then it'll be end of this year again.
Nice. Nice. I love it. I love it when you say that, like being away and then you got these Rugby World Cups and stuff when we won. I didn't really watch the game much. I was like sort of in and out of places, and then I was walking home and it was about 1 in the morning. And I was talking to a friend of mine, but obviously English, South African accent, blah, 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 blah. And this guy walked past me and he was just like, Yussus, put! And I was like, Yussus! It was such a connection, 2 seconds and then gone. But it was like, oh, there's somebody here.
You feel a bit at home.
Yeah.
I live on the other side of the country, so we don't have a lot of South Africans. Maybe I know about 2 or 3.
Yeah, it is. It's
That
tough,
side.
eh?
So then, it's. I mean, I've got a nice Dutch community there, but it's always nice to come here and see the South Africans. You forget it a little bit.
Yeah.
You get the feeling.
Yeah,
Being
that
with your own
warmth,
people.
eh?
Yeah,
There's a
for
warmth
sure.
about our people when we talk to each other.
It's true.
And I think also, you know, it's not to take anything away from the Dutch people. I also got a community of people that I've grown to love. They're beautiful, wonderful, but they're just not the South African I'm used to.
Exactly.
So when I got my friends around, even Kaylee, when I just chat with her, I'm just like, grrr, like,
Yeah.
okay, I got my Safa fix, I can move on, you know? Because we got that, like, animation, hands.
It invigorates you.
Yeah,
it
it
really
does.
does. And then it's obviously like your guys' store here, flaky. I need to get myself a flaky.
Yeah, flakies. We just found Carl from Runda. We found him a chappy. You know,
Chappies,
chappy in
yeah.
banana flavor. Like, oh, take me back.
Fantastic.
I used to love chappies. Like, I literally as a kid was just chappying it up.
Yeah.
Till it got all like out of the juice and then quiet and then the next
The
one.
next one. So I mean, there's definitely things I miss about South Africa, and who knows, maybe one day I'll go back. But there's a lot of things about the Netherlands that I really do. Like I wouldn't want to give it up very
Yeah.
quickly. So
Stuff like what? Transport systems.
transport, safety, flexibility of Europe,
Job opportunities.
Job opportunities as well. You know, we have an unemployment problem here. They have an employment problem. They
Yeah.
don't have,
Yeah.
they don't have enough people that they can employ. They're always
Yeah.
looking for more people.
Yeah.
Whereas it's a much better problem, in my opinion, to have than an unemployment problem.
Yeah. It's true, because we employ people in South Africa just because we need to give them jobs, like domestic workers.
Exactly.
We don't need them. I mean, it's great to have them because the houses are bigger in SA, but like I see in my house here, I can fix it, I can sort it, but I employ somebody there because I need to give somebody a job.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't have food on their table, schooling for their kids. It's interesting, but then the housing shortage is a bit of a trick here, huh?
I'm going through that myself right now.
Are you?
So I'm going to be moving up towards Rotterdam in October. I've got another job opportunity there. I'm self-employed, so I'll still be working in Venlo. And to give your listeners an idea, that's about a 2.5 hour train ride one way.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Venlo's far.
As long as I can't find accommodation on that side of the world, it's going to have to be that way.
But at least you got the train system, so okay, you got to.
Exactly.
But you can always do work or catch up on shit on the train anyway, because you're not having to road rage and traffic and
That's the plan.
petrol and.
Read a book and you know, maybe even order dinner on that side of we'll eat it on the train, get home and go straight to bed.
Yeah. Like I say, also catch up on all the dialogue, the WhatsApps, the emails. You can do that all on a train.
Exactly.
So yeah. But I hope you can find something closer.
You know what? It's just a blessing to be here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who would love the same opportunities that I have at the moment, so I'm not going to take it for granted.
Yeah, true. That's a very wise thing to say.
It's a good motivator to keep going and to keep building a life here, for sure.
And I think also it's a little bit maybe strange for people because they probably think in South Africa we come here and it's all shits and roses, but it's actually quite difficult to integrate in.
It's tough to integrate. It's tough to miss your family. A lot of my friends live on this side of the world.
Yeah.
I'm more extroverted, thank goodness for that. But even it's still not your best friends, not the people you grew up with. So I've got to say I've made some incredible memories here, and I've met some incredible people from all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
From Bosnia, from the Netherlands, from Cyprus, all sorts of people that come to conglomerate in this country, and so that's been so rewarding beyond like my wildest dreams, honestly.
Yeah.
And it just gets better and better. But there's nothing like home, obviously, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I do. I understand it. And the more I do these podcasts, the more I realize it, that there's like so many pros and cons to everything. Like South Africa's weather's amazing. The weather here is not so great. But at the end of the day, the system works here really well, and it's got opportunity for an entrepreneur or somebody that wants to work from a space of being mobile and doing different things. And then to also travel to the next country. And, you know, I was just saying to the little girl now, you travel 13 hours in South Africa from Joburg to Cape Town. That's where you get 13 hours later. Here, from 13 hours, you can get to Spain.
It's true.
So you literally can really travel into the different cultures quite easily and not so expensive as if you were coming from South Africa.
And Europe has a real beautiful, like, rich culture.
Yeah.
A rich historical culture that you see that with the different languages and the different people. I was in Pamplona, Spain last weekend for the bull run.
Oh wow!
South African friend of mine had his bachelor's there, and it's always been on his bucket list to run with the bulls. They're accountants, they're freaking crazy. They sit behind a desk all day, they have to get their girl somewhere. I watch them. But the people in Pamplona, Spain, for example, are so warm, so friendly.
Yeah.
And I've been to other places in Spain as well, and it's different. So there's just so many different cultures, different...
within one space as well, because it's also different regions and different sort of sectors.
The one thing I think that Europe does very well, especially the Netherlands, is their festival culture.
Yes.
Not in terms of just the music, but the way an entire city gets together and celebrates a festival. So that is something, as much as we are, we talk about Ubuntu and being like one South Africa. You see how we come together during the rugby and even the Football World Cup, you saw that quite fervently. But in the Dutch culture, in the European culture, they have these festivals where the whole city gets together. People from all over Europe, even in the world, come to those festivals and celebrate together. And I like that very much.
Yeah, because it is. And I don't know if South Africa offers that at the moment.
I think I think South Africa probably from a spatial, maybe Cape Town. Maybe Cape Town's a little bit more like that.
More a little bit
I think
festival,
they're starting to go that way as well. The culture of the people is a little bit more.
True, and there's also the landscape for it.
Exactly, it's the landscape.
Yeah.
And I come from Joburg.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
And in Johannesburg, obviously, the space issue is a problem. And we do have festivals, we have some great festivals.
Yeah.
But you're obviously expected to pay for them. And the festivals I'm referring to are usually free.
Yes.
So the San Fermin Festival in Pamplona, which I went to last weekend, is free.
Yes, yeah.
And
It's just a way for the community to come together.
exactly.
It's
and
not a
they do-
profit-making experience, yeah.
It's very good for the businesses in the
Yeah.
district, of course, and the people that live there. Obviously, bringing a lot of attention to their cities.
Yeah.
But I think that the European architecture almost allows that, whereas we live in these suburbs, and depending on where you come from in South Africa, maybe not everyone comes from a suburb, but it's very spaced out. And I think that economically, the cities aren't concerned with hosting a free festival for the community. They're concerned with delivering basic services to and needs to the,
True, there's a
to
different
the
frame
current
of mind
community.
there, yeah. They're not on top of their game for them to add this extra bonus to the
Exactly.
community, yeah, you're right.
Exactly. And
I
have
just,
to and it does make me very sad because I'm very patriotic South African through and through, but I left during COVID and I came back 2.5 years later, and to see how just my area had degraded in 2.5 years, it's chalk and cheese. From
what
it
area are you
was.
from in Joburg?
So I'm from the Fourways region, and Fourways is regarded as more of a wealthier region in the northern suburbs. And I just noticed the fact that traffic lights almost don't ever work. There's like a lot more. It seems to be that there's a lot more poverty. There's a lot more people on the streets. Yeah.
Interesting.
I went to the Planet Fitness, for example, for one day just to like get a workout in, and the electricity wasn't working, so there was no aircon, and it was 50 degrees. So
Hectic,
I
eh?
was there for 20 minutes, and I had to leave.
It's like a Bikram yoga class.
Exactly, and like just basic things like that, which you experience in Europe, and you come back, and those guys don't even have sometimes the basic things, and that's very sad to see because service delivery, quality of service. You go to a restaurant in South Africa, the quality is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from the fact that people know that they have to produce the absolute best of the best in order to survive.
In order to survive and carry on, yeah, I get you.
And that's very nice in terms of quality of services rendered. But the reasoning behind that, when you see how some of these businesses are struggling, that breaks your heart a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard to see because you know it. You know that if the government just actually did this in their life and treated the actual running of the country as a business, like most regions around Europe do, it's a business, and manage it properly, then we wouldn't have all these problems. And I know, like, I'm in the Kensington East Strand, Eastgate area, and constantly I'm seeing it deteriorate. And I used to always think to myself, I better move to like Fourways or somewhere there because it's at least, well looked after. But to hear this from you is also interesting because then it's like, it's everywhere, the bad apple in the tub.
It's everywhere.
It's rotting it all. But my heart breaks because I know there's such potential in that place.
I think in the longer scheme of things, South Africa is actually on the upward trajectory.
Yeah.
If you like, in terms of regime change, I think if you look at the rate of change that's happening on a how would you say it's on the long term.
Yeah.
So probably beyond our lifetime, in terms of regime change, it's probably going the right way. And I think with the last election, there is some for me, there's some positivity in that, and that there's more opposition parties in the government, which is going to.
It's more of a stand.
I think so. I think that's just going to allow. I think the ANC government now, for example, has got like a bit of a fire up their bum.
Yeah. And before it was almost like the pushover. They didn't think they had any competition, and I think now they're feeling the swag.
I hope so. So because I think the people in South Africa are still the best people in the world.
Ah, yes.
And I'm not just saying that as a patriotic South African. They really are. They take every opportunity in the world to dance, to greet, to be happy,
to help others.
There's a little bit of that tendency that people, like, of course we're generalizing now, but
yes,
that in Europe people can be quite individualized.
Yes. Yes.
And that's why I think the South African community, when they get together, they feel so invigorated because we always have that sense of community.
We've had to, because otherwise, how do you survive in South Africa?
Exactly.
I think they're starting the chili competition now.
So are you doing it?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it, bro. I can watch it, but I can't do it.
You're going to be standing upside down in the shower tomorrow.
But thank you so much for
Thank you
chatting,
so
and
much.
we're going to get in touch with you to do a proper pod.
For sure.
Enjoy the rest of the Shit Hot Fest.
Thank you so much
Have
for
a
having
shit hot
me.
time. Pleasure.
All right.
Okay, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
That's what?
Someone just surrendered.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
They also want to come on. So the chili competition is on now. I'm sad your sister didn't go up. You said she likes chili.
Well,
Yeah, but she's not in the competition.
we are
No,
left
why?
with 3
Because
participants.
you need
So I
to
guess
be 18 or
whichever one of you
older.
wins
Oh, of
all
course.
3, you got bragging
Oh,
rights.
halfway.
That's great.
Halfway.
All right, peppers up.
Amazing. Now they got the next one. I'm watching it and they are going to cry, these guys. So much strong
May
chili
continue.
taste. Do you like chili?
I like
I hear a lot more yes.
cook sisters, but
Sweet
All right,
stuff.
it's there we
Yeah,
go.
sweet stuff,
Peppers
yeah.
up.
Nice. I'm glad for that.
1, 2, 3,
Go! Oh my word. Let's see if big men cry.
2. Unbelievable what.
Can you
like
see
the
anything,
other
or are you too
bragging
short?
rights Can do.
no, I'm not too short. I can see them.
This
Through
man
the
just
gaps.
got back from
Yeah.
the bed.
Did you guys come by car?
How are you feeling
Ah.
right now?
So you're going to go back now on the ferry?
That's up, PG.
Yeah, so that's fun, hey? How was the ferry ride here?
Scary
Scary? Why?
because
Oh.
like the sea.
Oh, the sea. And it's wavy because there's lots of boats. Nice. So then you go on a ferry back
Amazing what's on
Yeah.
the time
Then you get on a
question
train?
can do, actually.
to Hilversum.
You guys finished as quick
First
as
to
any-
Utrecht.
Like the Pavano.
I think we're going at
That's great.
Auntie's house.
Okay.
Then we're gonna watch rugby.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I guess we are going to get
Of course,
like
you're going to watch
super
rugby. That's why you're going in
dangerous
5
episode.
minutes. Because the
Back in
rugby is
day,
coming
when
on.
you were
Yeah.
rugby,
You enjoy
this
it?
was the
Yeah.
number one
Do you watch it?
youth hit. This was
Yeah.
Okay, and you root for South
guaranteed
Africa?
tryout.
Yeah.
Back
Always.
then, spiciest pepper in the world, the ghost pepper.
Ooh, spiciest pepper in the world.
That's the ghost pepper.
The ghost pepper.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to cry here now, if
Right now,
anyone.
the
Because there's
most
still 5 people up
entertaining.
there.
Yeah, but I am for the guy with the blue shirt.
The guy with the blue shirt, and I'm for the guy
Then
with
I
the
think it's the one guy
ponytail.
that looks the most calm right now.
Yeah, he's got a white
You're
shirt
the
on and he's got a
How are you
ponytail.
feeling?
Can you see him?
I'm too short.
He's
Stand up.
dying. Alright, but did you
Put it on
ever
the
eat
table.
ghost pepper before?
Stand
Did you
on
ever
the
eat
table.
ghost pepper
Not
sauce
on the
before?
table, on the chair, but go closer to the edge.
Let's hope you will have like what it takes.
Ah,
Amen.
Now I see it.
it.
See him now.
So,
Go.
yeah, back to the bragging rights.
is the blue guy
Alright,
crying?
get those ghost peppers up, please. The
Which
former
guy? The
hottest
blue guy
pepper
on
in
the very
world.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the
And
ghost peppers
3,
now. He's not crying. He's still there. He's still there.
2,
It's just
Come
2.
on.
1.
Oh no! My guy left! My guy left! Your guy won!
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, he's back. He's back. He's just making drama.
Oh my god.
I don't see.
Okay, come here. Come this side. Here, come this side. You see through here.
I can't see it.
Let's not make the people wait anymore. Peppers up right
My
now.
blue guy
No more
is not
surrendering this
here.
one.
Oh, did
In
he
3,
leave?
2,
Yeah.
1,
Ah.
go.
Go with the wheel! Go with the ponytail!
Go.
Woo!
He's not crying at
No.
all. He's making funny faces.
Yeah, he
there.
is. I think his insides are about to explode. Just don't fart.
They are actually chewing down on it.
His farts are spicy.
Yeah. and they burn. He's going to have to get cold toilet
I
paper.
really hope you like
From the
toilets,
freezer.
go whatever on your own.
Ice.
Oh my word, and they 3 still standing. Can you believe
My
that?
guy,
No.
how do you feel about not surrendering?
I don't feel anything right now.
Do you regret it?
No.
Hey, get it on!
He's the winner.
Is he?
Yeah.
Again,
Oh no, they got to eat another
now
one.
is super hot. One of the former hottest peppers in the world.
Maybe 2 ghost
It's called
peppers.
the scorpion pepper. Scorpion
Scorpion!
pepper? Not
That's-
sure. Right?
The ghost pepper's not the last one. There's 3
Give him a round of
standing.
applause.
Oh, he left.
Back
He's
to the
off the
scorpion pepper.
stage.
I've eaten them myself. If I have to
I think
describe
his
it,
stomach
feels
couldn't
like
take
a
it
little
anymore.
steak
He
of a
couldn't take it
predatory
anymore.
insect
Can you
spot.
take it?
No.
That's why there's some
No, I would have gone out on the first round.
chocolate pepper.
Woo-hoo. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
No, mine is gonna win.
Let's see, let's see.
Come on. He's laughing.
Oh, they're swapping his because I think his was too small.
No.
Oh,
Come
you got a smaller
on.
one, but the smaller ones are the more spicier.
Yeah.
So who knows? That scorpion's gonna sting his bum.
He got something alive.
Woo! Come on.
I wonder who's gonna win.
Ooh.
Who do you think,
Someone
Jenny?
bring a paper towel to the stage right now, please.
From the freezer. We're doing commentary, Mark.
Cheers. Cheers.
Come on.
No.
All right, well, we are waiting for the peppers. Peppers up in 1, 2, 3.
Go! Woo! Oh my God! My guy's falling. My guy's falling. Your
Yeah.
guy's fine. Your guy's strong. Look how strong your guy is. My God.
Yeah.
Oh, my guy's crying. My guy is crying.
I'm winning.
Yeah.
He's just laughing.
Yeah.
No funny faces. No crying.
No, he's so stark, huh?
Well, you might not see
And
me
tonight,
as
when he
I
goes to
hope
the
you can
toilet,
hear me. Just tell us
step
what just
aside.
happened.
Step aside.
Check my
Nobody's
ear.
wanna go in that toilet
Never
again.
left eyes or any like soft parts of the body.
Woo!
Never.
Wow, these guys are amazing. They've just
Yeah.
eaten like
You
8
guys
chilies.
seem like you want to
8
continue
chilies.
on.
Scorpion
Alright,
is
do
the
you want to
hardest one.
continue?
Go, go, go!
Go.
Do you continue? Yeah. Let's go! I don't know if you guys know what you just did, but we are gonna do the former hottest pepper in the world. Still the hottest pepper on retail. It is the Carolina Reaper.
Oh no.
Go in 1, 2, 3, chew!
Woo! Come on. Annika, wat se peper het hulle gevat? Die agini. Vra vir Sissy. Which pepper did they take?
Carolina.
Carolina.
Carolina pepper.
Carolina Reaper.
Oh, they're not doing that great right now, are they?
My guy is
You're starting to
winning.
sweat a little bit. Yes. How does it feel eating one of the hottest peppers in the world? Awesome. Great. All right, but we got some other stuff.
He says it tastes
You, how are you doing?
great.
Your eyes better?
I would die.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
I don't think I would survive
Okay,
with
now,
that.
now it's eye watering. You'll be all right, man. All right. You want some milk? Until then.
They're shouting right now.
All right, let me ask you guys. Raspberry or cinnamon?
Raspberry.
Oh, raspberry or cinnamon?
They're still holding strong.
All right, this.
The
I got
man
something
who's
special with me
talking
here
in the
all the way
microphone
from Canada.
doesn't say you can't cry.
It's the official Hot Hats Challenge. 2 white chocolate skulls filled
White
with
chocolate
30 million
skulls.
Scoville unity extract.
Ooh.
Oh no. You still want to try it?
Woo!
You want to win?
Come on!
Congratulations, you have a winner!
And counting on you!
Alright, we don't need to shout less more because we have an actual winner.
Your guy won. Your guy won. Your guy won. Your guy won.
Yay!
Woo woo!
Some milk? You can have some milk. Neil, where's Neil? Do you have the prize, Neil? That's the boss. That's the big man. Also, a round of applause for Neil Rowe, who made this possible once again.
The only thing is you need to eat the skull.
How's it go? I need you closer to the mic, bro. Woo! Woo!
I'm here.
Lekker! So
What
we
fun.
finished now at the Shit Hot Fest, huh?
Yeah, very cool. What a day.
Yo, what a day. How was it for you?
I don't think I've seen so many South African people in the Netherlands in one place at one time.
I know, me too.
it was
I actually
cool.
loved that.
Shout out to the South African people for turning up.
Nice.
And everyone else as well. It was a really cool experience. We had such a fun crowd here today. And that's what makes it.
Yeah.
You know, you can have good food, you can have nice vendors, nice hot sauce, a good bar, but it's
The warmth.
It's the people who make it, the warmth.
The warmth,
we
of
spoke
course.
about that.
And I must say, most of the people that I chatted to were having an absolute blast here
Yeah.
for that fact that they had South Africans that they could connect with, that they were meeting. Some come from dorps, so they didn't really have a community, and now they see it.
Also, one of the people that arrived today said he was on the ferry coming over from Amsterdam Central, and he was just like, he was standing on the ferry and he just heard like conversation about the Shit Hot Fest on the ferry.
That's so amazing.
It's so cool to hear stuff like that, you know.
And isn't it cool that you got to sell out tickets pretty much, and we're like, okay, people got capacity. It's come. You can't come and buy anymore at the door. Pre-sales went well.
It did get a bit scary. You're like, okay, have we like bitten a little bit more than we can chew? But yeah, not everybody arrives as well. So
Yeah.
you sell tickets, not everybody comes. So yeah, I think it was a good.
But it was a good flow of people, I must say. Just sitting here in the corner, I watched a great flow of people. It wasn't too busy at any point, but it wasn't too quiet.
It was
And
a
like
vibe.
you said, you had a big line, but people were just so fantastic, eh?
People were chill. People were
Yeah.
good. Thank you,
Nice.
everybody.
No,
Yeah.
thank you, Carl. Well
It
done.
was a lot of fun, and it's a collective effort. It's
Yeah.
not just, of course, there's organizers who make it happen, but everybody who fills in the spaces and shows up, and the people who visit and come and buy food and come and taste the hot sauce and come and chat to you. It's all of
awesome,
it
eh?
in one package.
I must say also the sweets went down well, the desserts went down well. I saw people here just like nostalgic, like, oh my God, you've got this, you've got that. I saw when I was waiting
Chappies,
for my...
fizzes, milk tarts, all of it.
And also the Cook Sisters went really well. Milk Tarts, I think, was the bestseller. I'd actually like to ask Jess what was her bestseller, but I do also know the kids were gravitating to these sweets like fizzes and
It's nostalgic stuff.
It is. And even a girl came here and she was wearing a shirt like, I love you lots, like jelly tots. And then she was like, oh,
I saw that
you have
girl,
jelly
yeah.
tots.
We served it as well. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, jelly tots.
And I met a few people in the queue waiting to get their bri pack from your stand. It was absolutely great. And then they ended up coming here for the podcast. So we really had a good time. It was fun.
What a vibe.
What a vibe.
Thank you.
Just as South Africans
Yeah.
are. Big vibe.
Thank you to everybody who made it a special event.
Nice.
Yeah.
And well done for putting your neck on the line and for doing this, because it
Yeah.
really was a
Well,
good thing for us to jump on and
I
give you
wasn't alone.
support.
Shout out to Neil and Shit Out Fest and
Yes.
the team from Lekker and all the vendors and the people who did food and the oyster bar and
Lala Tequila.
Lala Tequila,
What are
Shaka
these?
Can.
Shaka Can. Shaka Can was a boost, hey? Everybody was on Shaka Can. It
There
was
was
like, oof.
Sue as well. They were doing the fire in the
Yes.
hall. That was a lot of fun. People loved that.
That was great. That was awesome. And also
yeah.
just to see how many people are out there making chili was really awesome for me. I love that because it's such
crazy,
a craft.
right? And
They
the
were so
chili eating
proud.
contest, like, what a bunch of nutters.
What a bunch of nutters, eh?
It's like, yeah,
I hope they all have toilet paper in their freezer waiting.
I tell you. It's like,
Because I'm telling you now, there were tears coming out of their
And
eyes.
the guy who won, he was just like so chilled, no emotion.
I know.
You know, looked like he'd eaten
Was he
12
South
muktas.
African?
He was, yeah.
Yes!
We gave him a brie roll on the way out.
Oh,
he
Lekker!
came by. We're like, no, dude, you
You
deserve this.
deserve
Have
one.
a brie roll in the house.
And a
yeah.
shot of milk tarts.
Yeah, no, there was none left. We did 12 liters of milk tart.
Well, I
shots.
tell you what, that was a big plus because a lot of people were loving that idea.
That's
and that was
why
a great
people
way
were patient,
to.
I think.
Exactly! Give them a dope and they wait for their chop.
Yeah. Very fun.
Lekker. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you for
And
having
now
me.
take a rest after you've cleaned up everything.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I
Sunday,
hope.
back to work.
Yeah, tomorrow's the work day, but I'm
Back
sure you
on
can
the
take
grind.
some
Oh, that's cool.
chill time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't feel like we worked today.
No, it was all fun.
It was like just coming to a party and being part of it.
all fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lekker.
Thank you for
'Kay.
everything.
Cool.
Cool.
Have
See
a
you
good
again.
one.
Bye,
'Kay.
Janine.
Ciao! So that's all, folks. It's the wind down, the pack up. People are still here having some drinks, enjoying the vibe. South Africans can't leave one another alone. The thing I've taken from today is that so many South Africans are so happy to be around South African people. And that just goes to show you that when you leave a country and you find another place and space, find your South Africans, find your tribe, find your people. It makes the move and the immigrating so much easier. And you get to meet friends for life, hopefully. Anyway, we're going to get packing up now. We're going to start making the trek back to Utrecht from Amsterdam. And yeah, thanks for listening.